back, everybody, to the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championship. Another great round-robin match here. Indy Lottie set to break off, hailing from the Great White North up in Canada, taking on the Motor City Madman Tommy Collins, coming to us just outside of Detroit, Michigan. Tommy Collins' family rich in this history. His dad, the great Tom Collins, had the U.S. National Trophy named after him. So definitely Tommy knows his way around the snooker table. Tough one to gauge. If Indy can find some form, I could see him maybe steamrolling ahead, but Tommy's a fighter. We're here at the REN Snooker Club in very warm Sacramento. I think everyone's happy that it looks like the air conditioning has got a little fixed and things are starting to cool down. It's David Burney in the booth. We're on the PAPSA YouTube page. Feel free to share any comments that you have, questions. We have seasoned players, we have new players. There's no silly questions. We're here to help everybody get educated. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Snooker's played over 100 countries in the world, as we've got 4 represented here. We've got Canada and America on our featured table here, a good contingency of Brazilian, and Regan Tung, the lone man from Trinidad and Tobago, but great to see that he came. He was in an action earlier on a TV table. Tommy might have faltered just a little bit there. He squeezed out an opportunity for Indy Lottie. Indy with his traditional ponytail. Sorry about that little glitch, everyone there. That thin cut for this red to the top right corner. Great streaming producer, that Lance. I just had to step in there a little bit, just clean up that mess I made. Sometimes you get carried away with the excitement, you press an invert wrong stream key. But the screen is clear and we're back. Not bad. We'd love to get some pace and get that cue ball into deep in the bulk area, but fortunate enough for him, that blue, it looks like it's covering the pathway for the red in that corner pocket, so might have a little tactical battle here of pushing a lot of reds to the left side of the table. Collins, acknowledged by a little tap on the table by Indy Lotti. Hopefully maybe Tommy's good friend Newt Wales shows up. He's a great fan of snooker. Great little scene. Our friend Chuck Jones as well has chimed in from time to time. Motor City, definitely a wealth of great kinds of music. Hard rock with Iggy Pop, the Motown scene with Diana Ross and the Supremes, and hard rock in Detroit techno with Richie Houghton. So, and I do love their sports down there as well. So maybe someday we can get out to Tiger Country in Detroit, put together a great snooker tournament. One thing we do have in North America is we do have space, because these snooker tables take up a lot of space. 6 feet by 12 feet are their dimensions, and then you need to add another 5 feet around the table just so you can walk around. Don't want to be reenacting your favorite episode of Seinfeld where you're using a conductor's baton, as Kramer did. Nice little cannon to that red. Stop the pace of the cue ball. It's giving Tommy a chance for this pink into the left middle. The right idea, that's the right horn to aim for, and at that slow pace, sometimes the nap can just pull it into the pocket. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for Tommy. He's got the blue into the top left corner. Obviously we'll need the rest. I'm just surveying. Looks like that red. Obviously closest to the black. Let's just eye it to see if it cuts into the top right corner. Looks like there is a pathway there. Does have the blue and the pinks up table. Both players have lapsed a little bit, forgetting about that blue. It's no foul if both players forget about it, but hopefully maybe someone can just grab their attention and get the blue back on the table. That India's completely forgot about it is taking this pink right near the blue spot. Actually, this is a first without the referee at the table. Usually the referee will spot the colors after they go down, but both these competitors have just completely forgot about the blue ball. I think you're going to hear the head smack when they finally realize about it all the way in San Francisco. I think Indy likes that black. Just wondering where to go. Pulled up all right. Now he's got the angle to go up for the blue. Unfortunately, the blue is not there. You never know what you're going to see out of a snooker match, but this is definitely something that's can happen, obviously, and there's no referee. Both players just so engrossed in this match. They've completely aghast on respotting the blue any moments ago. Maybe head referee and tournament directors coming over just to talk to the gentleman and asking them about the blue. No harm, no foul. Neither player is going to get penalized, but that might go in the real of the lighter side of snooker. He says it's all serious in games, so. Quite amazing at times that neither of them realize that, because Indy had a few shots that with his red he was going to come up and play for the blue and didn't even think about it. So we are always looking for referees and coaches. If you're interested, you can definitely get in touch with PAPSA and email them at media@papsa.org, media@papsa.org. If you want to don the white gloves and be a referee and make sure that blue gets spotted on its spot after a pot, or if you want to shape the future generations of snooker players and become a coach. It's a big bounce here. I'd like that ball to roll a few more inches. This looks like a tricky plan here for Tommy. Looking for the thin cut on that red. Bit of space there. just taking a look of seeing where he needs to hit that first red. Plant is there. A little tricky when they have space. Valiant effort. Unfortunately, he's just gifted a great opportunity for Tommy to the opposite corner pocket with a relatively easy red. Looks like Tommy's just sourcing everything out. Just sees that there's a player on the opposing table just watching his opponent. So Pravin Patel that is. To move out of the way. Just off straight. Looks like he can just stun up for this red. It's just above the black. Ooh, maybe just thought about that red a bit too much. Yeah, you got to do all the mapping out, you know, that 2-3 shots ahead when you're kind of just chalking your cue looking at the table. But when you're down on the shot like Indy, all focus is on the one shot ahead. Just a little hiccup here with our tablet scoring system. Great technical hand, Lance Bromlin, coming over to inspect things. While he takes a look over there, just want to regale you in a little history because it's the 20-year anniversary of the Pan American Billiards and Snooker Association. Jaya Pradhakar, who's the president, started off with a dream way back in 2004. Felt that the Americas should be represented in this great game. And with the help of Tony Hall from the IBSF, who was the president at the time, pitched him the idea. Thought it was a great idea to go with. And in 2005, PAPSA was born. A few years later, in 2008, Steve Cooper from Canada and Philippe from Brazil joined forces with Ajaya to represent all the Americas. And then the following year, Ajaya was able to meet with Jason Ferguson, chairman of the WPBSA, and dreamed up this vision, and Jason was all on board, willing to give good support, and the scoring board has been rectified. And we'll continue dropping little bits of history of this great organization as it enjoys 20 years of successful snooker action. It's getting a little messy. This ball is tight to the cushion. Looks like it's just a little off. Nice pot there by Indy. Just having a quick look at the scoreboard. Obviously needs a few more reds. colors to get us into the snooker's required stage. Let's come up a little quick. So there was a miss there, so it's red along the right side cushion. Looks like it's hugging it, so the theory is use your cue ball and hit object, ball, and cushion at the exact same time, and that red will just hug along the cushion and drop into the bottom of the pocket. Tommy has removed his waistcoat, which the tournament director is allowing just with the sweltering heat that we have here in Northern California. And slowly the air conditioning has come back on in the building, so things hopefully should be cooling down. We do have a long ways to go. This is day 2 of the senior side. Knockout phase starts tomorrow and climaxing on Tuesday. And we've got to find out who is going to go over to Sheffield, England and play in the World Seniors Snooker Championship in the latter part of May. And then the open side starts Wednesday, a 5-day tournament affair. Players will be battling it out to get a 2-year card and join Canadian Sahil Nair over there on the tour, as he won the open event last fall in Montreal. And Fabio Lucen, who won this seniors event last year, has got to be a favorite. Igor Figueiredo, his countrymate from Brazil, definitely an impressive force. He's the only player to win both the Open and Seniors, as he did that back in 2019 when this great event was run out of Houston. Very nice safety shot there. Indy should be able to hit a red, but just we'll see what the result is of where cue ball is and where these reds end up. Tony's got a shot into that left middle pocket. The natural angle is going to take him onto the black. Tricky. You got to, those shots you want to play and aim for that further horn, the one that's closest to the bulk area, because with the nap running from bulk to the top end of the table, we call the top end of the table is where the black is. It's a little funny because you would think the top would be on the top of the screen, but that isn't the case. Obviously, when snooker was invented, televisions weren't really around, so they weren't catering to that view. Indy's left an easy red for Tommy to get started. looks to the heavens after that red. That was just a costly miss. Nice long red there by Indy. This black would put him into the snooker's required stage. Mid to long range shot on this red into the yellow pocket. He's able to put the palm of his hand, bridge hand on the table. Commanding lead. And we're in the snooker's required stage. His pockets might open up for Indy. Just put that blue, I don't know if Tommy would be coming back to the table. Yeah. 48-point difference and 35 on the table. Indy needs is to put all his focus onto that red, as if this red is to fall, it will be the more than 3 snookers concession ruling. It's nice to see that a bit more in the amateur game in the Americas, because we do get a lot of new players, and some players might not be aware of the etiquette of just conceding a frame when it's just so far out of reach. Some players might think the game is over when all the balls are put down. Got the snooker there again. Is there a little pathway there? Well, we might have a little coat of red paint that Tommy can hit. Watch out for this cue ball. Oh, this almost went in, almost got behind the blue. But did neither. Nice recovery. The snooker's required. And he is alright with just hitting an object ball when he is in the snooker. this is a big shot here for Tommy. He needs to make this black. Because if he is to falter, that is a difference of 47, and there'll only be 27 on. All right. So many times you see when a player's back is against it, they start to produce the goods. Green pocket has got really messy. Tommy can find a way to get behind that green. He's going to put Indy in a world of trouble. Yeah, 40 points in it and 27 on. Actually, in fact, actually, I believe should be a concession ruling, actually. If these gentlemen are aware, my arithmetic is off. Please correct me, everybody in the chat, but 40 difference, 27. Now, 3 snookers equals 12 points, so more than 3 snookers, and there's a 13-point difference there. So this should be frame over. We've seen a lot in this first frame. Seems about a good 5 to 10 minutes. Neither player realized that the blue hadn't been respotted early on. It wasn't until our tournament director and head referee Kevin Patrick came over and quizzed the 2 players, asking them, "Have you seen the blue ball lately?" Doesn't have to do anything really special with this yellow. Just can kind of roll it in. Green's sitting over the pocket. That should be a concession. So once again, tournament director Kevin Patrick is earning his paycheck. I think he's just coming over to inform the players that the difference of 38 and 25, Tommy needs more than 3 snookers to win, and in that case it is an automatic concession. So I think he's just clarifying that with both players. just a clarification. It seems like both these gentlemen were under the ruling that it was more than 4 snookers are required, whereas I believe we've been taught and it's more than 3. So I guess we're going to continue on. But for any of you organizers of tournaments, always good to get everything clear in the rules. Get the players to tick off a box when they register that they've read the rules and regulations. Whether they've actually done it, well, that's a different story altogether. That's it. I think maybe I'll have to take a look at the rules. There might be the rules of 4 or more, but that's just a little funny in the wording. That's 2 different scenarios. 4 or more. If it was more than 4, then we'd have a more clear of understanding. Just had a little side on that shot. I thought that was coming nice and directly behind the pink, but it kicked out. He has a path here for this green into the top right corner. That should definitely seal the deal on this first frame. So very funny and interesting frame here. But that should see the deal. Yes, Indy Lottie takes that first frame by a scoreline of 58-21. What are we in store for frame 2? Only time will tell. We'll be right back, everybody. And welcome back here to frame 2 of our featured TV match here, the 2025 Pan Am Senior Snooker Championships between Tommy Collins from Detroit, Michigan, taking on Indy 500 Lottie. He's from the Ontario region in Canada. Nice long pot, needs a good bounce. It's got an angle on this black to really open up these reds. Well, he's got to make sure of the red, of the black, I should say, but where it's coming. Almost fluked it into that original pocket he wanted to take it into. Be a costly miss there for Tommy. He's gifted an opportunity for Indy. Got a red into the right middle. They can just draw back ever gently to be on the black. Very nicely done. Good angle to stun off the black and be on this red. A little disgusted with that shot. Play a good recovery shot to keep the break going. That red that he wanted to be on is still on, but it is tricky if he's the falter. You're probably going to can it into some reds and stick around the top end of the table. Whereas at least if that cut into the left middle, the natural angle for the cue ball was going to go up into bulk. Thanks for your comments, for your skull. Saying it's a great pleasure to be in Sacramento and the RN Snooker Club for hosting such a great event as the Pan Am Championships. Liz Fury is happy to be a part of this great club here. It is a beautiful club here in Sacramento. Obviously, faltered a little bit with the air conditioning, but that just happens. It just seems everything always works fine just before tournaments. You've checked all your boxes, and then when the showdown comes and the lights are on, sometimes things break down. So that's why they've relaxed the dress code a little bit. You'll see them not wearing the waistcoat. Path for this red to go by the green. Yeah, it's not going to go there. See just over Tommy's right shoulder, that red doesn't pass the green. He's trying to will it with any might that he has, but sorry, Tommy, it's just not going to go as much as you wish. Maybe there might be that San Francisco earthquake. Might shake up the room a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen a lot already in just 2 days. But we don't pray for any natural disaster. We want everyone to be safe and enjoy the great snooker action. Just needed that horn to help him out. He's got a nice little cannon on that yellow. Put him in a nice position for the blue. How will they remember the blue this time? Good to hear our good friend Newt Wales out there in Michigan. Yes, it is me, David Burney, in the booth. You humble me with your kind words. Extraordinary gentlemen, much appreciated. Glad that you're tuning in. Your buddy Tommy is in tough here with Indy Lottie. Faltered in that first frame and is trailing in this second frame. Tommy needs to push us into a decider if he wants a chance to win this match. Doesn't have a pathway for either pink or blue. Just got to be mindful of that red. Steering clear of it. Any fabric of his shirt touches it, it's a foul. Nice long red there by Tommy. Unfortunately, he's pushed the black relatively safe. Too dangerous to, even if you had the pass for that blue into the green pocket. Yeah, the natural angle is going to can him into the pink, and if he's to falter, he's going to just keep his cue ball there. So, smart decision to not risk it. Just takes a cross double on that red closest to the top left and just puts a little bit of check side just so the cue ball straightens up to run back into bulk. going to get the cover? Looks like he has. And that pink and blue come to the rescue for Tommy. Oh, great shot to nothing there. Played with feeling safe. He had a red. His main objective obviously was to get the cue ball back near the bulk area. If the red goes in, it's happiness, but he wouldn't be crying himself to sleep if it didn't. Now he's got an opportunity to take the green and come back down. Oh. And he just faltered just a little there. And he hasn't run far enough. As we can see, that red will go into the top right corner. He's got a really long yellow into its own pocket up there. Shot Tommy should be making. It was long, going almost the full 12 feet of the table. Very nice pot there by Indy. That was difficult coming along the left cushion. Got the yellow right there. Red there. He would love to have the angle or the path for that top red. Just as the natural angle will take him up, so I had to do a bit with the cue ball there. It's very tough black here, especially with the rest. Has enough of that red ball to hit. Just with that black there, he might be hitting a little thin. Doesn't have the potting angle to put it in. But he's focused on it like a brain surgeon. Foul was called there. The black ball first. There's a pathway for either red for Indy here. Ooh. told you there was an easy shot in snooker. There definitely is a liar. This is a tricky one for Tommy. Looks like he's taking the red along the cushion. Maybe he might take the red near the pink spot. He's going to have to hit it with some bottom just to hold for the black. Once again, he's gifted a chance for Indy. He's got reds into either of the top corner pockets. And he's going to need some extra equipment, treating back to his case. A little bit more lumber onto his cue. Just around searching for the long rest. He's located there, just talking to a Mithkar key. Just don't want to disturb the action there. Needs to stun off this black to hold for the red to the right of the black into the same pocket. Well done using the cushions. Obviously the stun shot, you just have to get a little lower center on the cue ball. To be a lot more precise with your shot. As Ronnie O'Sullivan once commented, a lot of people want to do the deep screw shots, but you've got cushions on the table. Use them. You don't have to have all those highlight reel shots of drawing back. You can always use the cushions. So Indy just needs this red, and we'll be in the snooker's required stage. What blue and pink are coming to his rescue. He's got the cover there. He's got the snooker. Claudio Michelin looks like he's happy with the broadcast. My Portuguese is not as great as my English, but with a nice big check mark. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Obrigado. Kind words. potential of a free ball when we get down to that final red. And with that black just sitting over the pocket down on the top left side. Not surprised that Tommy didn't refuse that red. Newt Wales chiming in from Michigan. Just curious if Tommy's offer is indeed that good. I think it's a little bit of mix of both, actually. Tommy's not in top form. He's just missing some shots that we've seen him made many times. But when you're potting like Indy Lottie, it's a tough battle to go against. But Newt, I don't know if you were around for the first frame, but definitely stream back in the broadcast. There's the mysterious blue respots. You can grind the gears with Tommy when he comes back to Michigan. This is looking like frame and match here for Indy Lottie. The frames at your mercy. Those pockets that used to be so tight just open up, making potting balls that much easier. And there's the handshakes there. So Indy Lottie takes that frame by a scoreline of 60-3. End the match 2-0. We're going to step aside for a few short moments. Set up another great TV match here at the 2025 Pan American Senior Snooker Championships here at the REN Snooker Club in very toasty warm Sacramento. It's David Burney saying, hold on everybody, we'll be right back.